but the amount of scaling that it has towards like item rarity and all the multiplicative stats with the new scarabs and stuff like that, it got out of hand. So I agree with you on that sense that it needs to be tuned back on the loot wise, but I agree that T17s need to be in the PoE core because PoE needed harder
Yeah, sure.
mapping content.
But what Ben and stuff said is like he could easily run Uber bosses with his build, but he's forced to do normal bosses because he cannot, like in hardcore, run T17 maps because they are not like a bridge between T16 to Uber bosses. They are like so fucking much harder than Uber bosses. And now you cannot even scale Uber bosses anymore because like they're just fragments, you know? There is no Searing Exarch that you can roll for like 100 quant or something. You cannot roll the fragments, right? So they're just like generic Uber bosses, and they are like so much easier than T17 content because of all these like stupid, ridiculous modifiers.
Yeah.
And I mean, it's fine. Like, I like that there is content that not everybody can do. For example, Simulacrum Wave 30 is also not for budget builds. This is like a fact because it's hard, you know. But the problem is now nobody runs Uber bosses anymore because the fragments are so fucking expensive. Because there is only a handful of people who are actually doing that, and like the magic finders are not even doing the bosses anymore. It's like, you know, I was thinking about like doing like 100 of each Uber boss again, right? But thinking about that probably cost me 1,000 divines just in fragments. And what is the return? Like most Uber bosses, you know, what are the most expensive stuff? I mean, you have a Progenesis, which is still like in high demand, but the rest is like Forbidden Flame Flash Watch can be expensive, or a Watcher's Eye. But all the other Uber boss drops are like so overfarmed that what is like worth something?
Well, like you said, Progenesis is a big ticket item.
Yeah, that's why
Awaken
Maven
Enlightened.
that's why Maven is expensive, Uber Maven. But I think an Uber Elder is cheaper than an Uber Elder because of the fragments that you don't need from Shaper and stuff like that.
I know Void Forge is expensive.
Yeah, but
Sorry.
this is like so fucking rare, man. I
Yeah,
found one Void Forge in 100 Ubers last league. I was like, bro, what the fuck?
I'm trying to think. I'm trying.
I was killing Uber Eater and Uber Exarch on my Burning Arrow build. They don't
Zuri's
even drop like Eldritch currency.
Zuri's Reflection's expensive.
Yeah, but it's Uber Ethereal. That's not really an Uber boss.
Eh, the Moral Fragments count.
Yeah, but there is no Uber Ethereal as an Uber boss. Uber boss for me are the 7 pinnacle bosses in the Uber version. Like Cortex is a complete waste of time. You cannot make currency with Uber Cortex.